Don't you love just anticipating something for a year and then you get it and then it's just so good? This is, in fact, my first pumpkin spice iced coffee of the season. Hello, welcome to today's video. So I've been seeing these videos all around town on the booktube world. Some people do it in a day, some people do it in a week. I have done all of my favorite bookish activities. We go to a library cafe. It's as juicy as it sounds. And then we went to the actual downtown library, which was seriously giving Gilmore Girls. The front of it was gorgeous. We picked out some new releases, our next to reads, sat and read for a minute, and then we went to Goodwill. So I've said this in a couple videos, but I have 3 younger foster siblings, and every Saturday we have a sibling day. So me and Audrey will take the kids to Goodwill. It just so happens that the toy aisle is right across from the book aisle. So we just kind of like to see, what's happening there. There's always a good find, and it's always like 99 cents. So guilt-free shopping. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the ultimate bookish vlog. I watched a video from Books and Lala where she read the first chapter of like 4 or 5 different books to decide which books she wanted to read from like each genre, or I don't know what she was doing, but I remember her reading one chapter, the first chapter from each book, and then that's how she determined what her next read was. And I love that idea, and I've had way too much coffee today, as you can tell. I think I'm gonna read The Searcher first chapter of The Searcher. Let's go, because this is a hardback, obviously, and if I get tired, I don't know how long chapter 1 is of this, but depending on how many pages it is, I might start getting sleepy. So we can whip out the Kindle because it's just easier to read, obviously, while you're laying in bed. Oh, gorgeous. And this is like maybe my favorite color, this blue green. It's probably more green than it is blue. Chapter 1. Okay, so I'm definitely not interested in The Searcher. I kind of like our main character already, and I'm curious to find out what happens next. I am also curious as to why this book is so big. It's not so big, but I mean, it's like 500 pages, 450 pages, and the premise just doesn't seem like it would need 450 pages, if you know what I mean. So that's a little bit peculiar. It's 16 pages. It took me like about 20 minutes. So let's go for round 2 with Caledonia. Okay, just kidding. I didn't check it out from the library, so we're not going to do that one. And honestly, I'm kind of happy about that. So I feel like that's saying something. I'm excited to keep going with this. I feel like, well, I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like it might be a little bit of a Grumpy Sunshine, but instead of it being like a romance between 2 people, 2 adults, or 2 high schoolers, or whatever, it's going to be a Grumpy Sunshine that is more of a relationship between the main character, which is the ex-Chicago police officer, and a local kid. And the kid might be Sunshine. I don't know. He hasn't said a word yet. I'm just thinking maybe. Definitely the ex-cop is giving grumpy vibes, but in a old fart kind of a way. Not like a, I don't know. I mean, just picture an ex-cop. That's a grump. Retired and divorced. And like kind of wants to be left alone,
Flo, we've discussed this. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Chief, she's
coffee and contemplation. Flo.
Happy Saturday. So every Saturday morning, Audrey and I have a tradition where we take our foster siblings somewhere fun, whether it be like a Chick-fil-A play place or the park. Most of the times though, it's Goodwill. Audrey just told me that she is obsessed with this book. She's gonna finish tonight and I need to read it next. And I told her I'm DNFing The Searcher. So that's lovely.
Yeah, there's something that's always been off about Tana French for me.
I've never tried any of her books, but this one is... It's simply too slow, weird conversations. There's just too many good books out there, you know? And it's really long. If it was like a 200-page book, maybe I would keep going. But honestly, it's just too much back and forth. He's like in the pub for half the time and then talking to his old neighbor, which is like kind of fun, but also kind of like, tell me why I care because you haven't yet, you know? And then the Irish slang. We're going to the library so Audrey can finish because she has like 50 pages left. The library closes in an hour. The coffee shop we were just at closed, so that's why we had to leave. But I think she's gonna finish it literally while we're at the library, and then I'm gonna start it. Somebody's gonna walk around the library and look at books while she reads, cause I'm done with The Searcher. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna return The Searcher, but I might try the postcard. Like, I'll read the first chapter, see how it is. Should we walk? And then decide if I want to keep it or if I also am just gonna drop that off while we're here. It's giving small town vibes. It's giving Gilmore Girls. How cutie. Oh. So is upstairs the actual library? Because it's not right here. Okay, wrong way, back up we go. This book was truly too much to consider. It was so wrapped up nice. It reminded me of Silence of the Lambs in the best way possible. Okay, it didn't remind me of Silence of the... Okay, well it did, but not in a bad way. Like, not in a scary way. Like, I don't want you to freak out. It's not, like, gory at all. It reminded me of Jodie Foster, aka Clarice Starling. Like her. Truly, this is probably one of my favorite books that I've read. Top 5, not top 5, no, at least, I don't know, the books I've read, but at least top 20, I don't know. So good. Yes, 5-star, like, immediately 5-star. I just hung up on Cassie, but it literally looks like fall. Straight up, there are leaves on the ground.
Well, I can hear them skittering.
We got a sack. Oh. Happy! Where are you? I love books. I love book shopping. I love my siblings. I love this time of year. The season is so good. It's that end of summer, beginning of fall feeling. Chef's kiss. I hope you liked today's video. I want to do more of these. I've seen people also do like a book journal, which I don't have. I mean, I do have, but it was pre-TikTok era book journaling. So in 2016, I started a book journal, but I had no idea what I was doing. And I was literally just writing my favorite quotes from the books, the title of every book that I read, numbering them and keeping track that way. So I want to redo that. I want to make a new one and like print off the book covers and all of that fun stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I would love to do that video, and I will see you soon. I love you. Bye. That was so hard to do.